Breaking news coming this morning, the latest from that military operation that has been going on in Arnia sector. We believe that fresh firing has once again started. Sources are telling headlines today that militants started firing on army personnel early this morning. Remember, this is an operation that's already claimed close to 7 lives. 3 soldiers were killed in the gun battle, along with 4 civilians. 3 militants were also killed. They are believed to be members of the Lashkar-e-Toiba. The military operation started.
फायरिंग शुरू हो गया। हालांकि सर्च ऑपरेशन शुरू हुआ था, मगर आप देख रहे हैं किस तरह से फायरिंग शुरू हो गई है और गोलियां चलाई जा रही है। आर्मी भी लगातार इसमें कमांडोज फायर खोल रहे हैं। पूरी पोजीशन ले चुके हैं लोग यहां पर। और आतंकवादियों को जिस तरह से खबर थी कि 3 से 4 आतंकवादी सारे मार गिराए हैं, मगर जैसे ही अंदर आर्मी जो ऑपरेशन करने गई तो वहां से मिलिटेंट ने फायर खोला, जिसका जवाब लगातार जो है वो सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस, आर्मी और जो सीआरपी और कमांडो लगे हुए हैं उनका दिया जा रहा है। आप देख रहे हैं कि वहां जो गांव का इलाका है सारा खाली कर दिया गया। अभी कुछ समय पहले वहां एम्बुलेंस लगी हुई थी, वहां पर सिक्योरिटी के काफ़ी लोग थे, वो सब वहां से अपनी अपनी पोजीशन ले चुके हैं। उसकी वजह से यहाँ पर काफ़ी तनाव का माहौल बना हुआ है। सीनियर ऑफिसर जो है वो आगे गए हुए हैं। उसकी वजह से देखा जा रहा है कि आतंकवादियों को न्यूट्रलाइज किया जाए। अभी तक ये नहीं पता लग पा रहा है कि कितने आतंकवादी जो हैं अभी भी फायर खोल रहे हैं। आप देख रहे हैं कि आवाज़ आ रही है इसकी फायरिंग की, लगातार फायरिंग की आवाज़ आ रही है। कैमरामैन सईद अली के साथ अश्विनी कुमार, अर्निया सेक्टर आज तक।
Our correspondent Ashwini Kumar getting us a ground report from that location where a gun battle is reportedly going on. Ashwini also telling us that
commandos and the police, you can see that how the army has taken the position. All the vehicles, they were just going inside, they were also fired. Army has fired a heavy volume of fire on the terrorists, and we don't know how many terrorists are still inside, but yesterday they said that 3 to 4 terrorists, they were gunned down, and just know the PRO said that 3 militants were killed and more they are searching, but the operation is still continuing, and the army forces, they have sent more commandos inside the village to eliminate all the terrorists. That is the reason that alert has been sounded, and you can see how the fire is still continuing, and the army is continuously firing on the terrorists, and you don't know how many terrorists are inside the this village. Ashwini Kumar for Headlines Today in Arnia sector.
Our correspondent Ashwini Kumar reporting from the site of this encounter that the army personnel are currently engaged with the people who are believed to be militants. In fact, 3 militants were killed in the gun battle yesterday. They believed to be members of the dreaded Lashkar-e-Toiba. In fact, yesterday 3 militants were killed. It was believed that 1 person was still on the loose, but now our reporters on the ground telling us that army personnel are not so sure if there's 1 or more than 1 militant who's currently on the loose. Let's get a word from our deputy editor Shivaru, who's with us on the phone line. Shiva, massive military operation underway there in Arnia sector.
That's right, Simi. It's on for the 2nd day running now, because remember it was suspended last night in the darkness, even though there was a full military cordon in that particular village in Arnia sector. Now, as you rightly pointed out, the army believes that there is at least 1 terrorist still left alive, though there is reason to believe that he may be injured. So it's just a matter of time before the operation actually draws to a close. But yesterday you saw armored vehicles out. You saw the army and the BSF in very large strength, to actually bring this operation to a close. We do know that the figures now are 3 terrorists killed, 4 civilians have been killed, and 3 army personnel have also lost their lives, in this particular operation. But at this point of time, it's an extremely delicate situation, because right now the intelligence, the intelligence on the ground at this moment for the army is that they believe that there is at least 1 terrorist left. Now, they're not sure if there could be more. It is possible there could be more, because the initial intelligence during the time the infiltration across the international border yesterday was that there could have been as many as 6 terrorists. Now, if that is the case, then there could be 3 left, which makes this an operation that's only half done. But so at this point of time, they're not taking any chances. The cordon is not loosening, even a little bit. The armored personnel carriers, all the weapons that they deployed yesterday are still there in proper strength. What I also do know is that they have enough personnel, to maintain the cordon, to actually conduct if necessary, a storming operation in that abandoned army bunker and also in the village where combing operations are taking place. But this is going to be the most crucial part of the operation. So we're going to have to see in the next couple of hours if the army can actually bring the entire thing to a close.
Shiv, stay with us. We want to once again play out that ground report that Ashwini got us a short while back.
After the relaunching of operation by the army in the Arnia sector, Pakistani militants have fired on the army commandos and the police. You can see that how the army has taken the position. All the vehicles, they were just going inside, they were also fired. Army has fired a heavy volume of fire on the terrorists, and we don't know how many terrorists are still inside. But yesterday they said that 3 to 4 terrorists, they were gunned down, and just know the PRO said that 3 militants were killed and more they are searching. But the operation is still continuing, and the army forces, they have sent more commandos inside the village to eliminate all the terrorists. That is the reason that alert has been sounded, and you can see how the fire is still continuing, and the army is continuously firing on the terrorists, and you don't know how many terrorists are inside this village. Ashwini Kumar for Headlines Today in Arnia sector.
But still no clarity on how many terrorists are exactly holed up inside that army bunker, which reportedly was being used by Lashkar militants. The army started its operation yesterday. They were informed by locals who told army personnel that they had spotted 4 militants near an abandoned army bunker. 3 militants were killed in the gunfire that unfortunately claimed the lives of 3 soldiers as well. 4 civilians were also killed in the crossfire. Our Deputy Editor Shiv Arur is still with us on the phone line. Shiv, what makes this operation even more challenging is that earlier it was believed that there was 1 militant who was on the loose, but now considering that the army is receiving heavy gunfire from the other side, it's not sure whether there's 1 militant or more than 1.
That's right, Simi. It's an extremely delicate situation right now. The army actually, last night on the ground in Arnia sector, the units, units being engaged in this particular operation had actually considered whether to continue the operation during the night, using night vision equipment as well. But it was decided not to do that because, the cordon was in place. There was no way the, terrorists could actually escape. And, a considered decision was taken, not to continue the operation during the night because of the possibility, of further casualties. Now, the army's already paid a very heavy price already. 3 Jawans have already been killed in this operation. So the army decided that, they would strengthen the cordon and go through the night without any actual proper offensive operations and wait till the morning. Now, at first light today, they've continued that operation. Like you rightly pointed out, firing's been taking place, from the other side as well. So obviously the army concerned at this point of time about the possibilities that there's more than 1 terrorist still there. They've been able to establish apparently that these men who came across the border yesterday are from the Lashkar-e-Taiba. Not surprising at all, given that the groups responsible for Fedayeen attacks of this kind, maximum damage attacks, not just infiltrations, are almost always from the Lashkar-e-Taiba. So at this point of time, what the army is going to possibly be doing is to wait it out because ammunition is not going to be infinite for that particular terrorist, and a storming operation could be on the cards if that terrorist is in an enclosed place, completely cornered. The cordon is in place; it's completely strong. It's only a matter of time before the army will effect a storming operation to make sure that they have every person cornered in that particular area before they actually conduct it.
Right, and Shiv, coming as it does right ahead right in the beginning of before winter actually sets in, this is the season of infiltrations, which is why the BSF has also now stepped up its vigil along the international border.
That's right, and very interestingly, Simi, it's the fact that this infiltration happened across the international border, is a grave embarrassment for the BSF because just ironically, just 24 hours before the infiltration actually happened, you had senior officials of the BSF on television say that they've had a very clean start to the winter. There've been no infiltrations, violence levels have been brought down. and just hours later there was a ceasefire violation, and then this infiltration actually took place. Now, as the winter sets in, of course it's going to be a lean season as far as infiltrations are concerned. But Pakistan has shown no indications of of intending to actually wind down or crank down the level of attempts to infiltrate. So even now, better equipped terrorists, better equipped militants are likely to be pushed across the border at several points. There are small pockets in areas of Poonch, even in the Arnia sector, where infiltrations are still possible. And what they've demonstrated over the last few months, and especially yesterday, is that infiltrations across the international border, which are presumably much better manned than the line of control, are still very much possible. They happen in the beginning, just as the Jammu and Kashmir elections have started. They're happening in the Jammu division, which is the international border. So the message being sent out is a very powerful one. It's definitely no coincidence. Infiltrations of this kind, especially one like this, which is very visibly a sort of Fedayeen attack intended to cause maximum damage and casualties, is definitely no coincidence. Because just as these men crossed the border into India at a time when the prime ministers of the two countries were in Nepal, there was a great deal of speculation about whether they would shake hands, whether they would meet. On the other hand, elections have begun. Jammu is a sensitive area. Jammu is considered, a place where the BJP has a lot of influence. Could the terrorists, send out some kind of a message by, wreaking a lot of damage in the Jammu area itself and scaring away voters? So that sort of thing, a combination of factors, being seen by analysts, being seen by the army at this point of time about the timing of this particular attack. So at this point of time, though, on the ground, of course, the operational aspect of it is going to be of the highest priority. They're going to have to bring it to a close. They will have time later to analyze precisely what the identities of the people who came in are, what precisely they were trying to do. Was it simply to cross over into that particular village, hold ground there and create maximum number of casualties, or did they have a larger plan? Did they have a larger mission? Was it to infiltrate deeper into the state and do something else entirely? Was it because they were contained there that they were only able to wreak this many casualties?
Absolutely, Shiv. Stay on with us. We're also being joined by defense expert, retired General Hoon, on the phone line. General Hoon, this is a massive operation that is currently underway. 3 terrorists have been killed. Unfortunately, 3 soldiers have also been killed in this gun battle that's been raging on since yesterday. 4 civilians also killed in the crossfire. What are the challenges that these people, that the army forces as far as the search operation is concerned? Because they're completely clueless about how many people are holed up inside that bunker and how many people are firing. Because the firing is so heavy, they believe that it could be more than 1 militant.
Well, yes. First of all, this area, Arnia, it's a very, very difficult area, and it's a very, very important for us, because from Arnia you can cut off the Pathankot Jammu road. Now that is a very, very serious matter that is coming up. Now, in the beginning when they started, they thought that, okay, it's only in Arnia and they're in that open bunker and they've gone in. But it appears now that things are not as they really look. It's not easy. We have to ensure, because this is the international border now, it's not a line of control or line of actual control, no. And we have to now show some guts. I think we have to hit out. And I think that's what they are doing. They have moved their tanks up. They have come up. And we must ensure that the line of control remains where it is. And the road from Pathankot to Jammu is not cut off. That is a very, very serious matter. I have no doubt that the armed forces would now hit hard.
Right.
And hit hard at a place of their own choosing and at their own time. But time is running out and we must act very, very strongly.
All right, General Hoon, please stay on with us. We're also being joined by Lieutenant General G.D. Bakshi, who's with us on the phone line. Mr. G.D. Bakshi, this is a huge challenge, and the timing of this attack is extremely important, coming at a time when Jammu and Kashmir is in the middle of elections, also coming after the SAARC summit where all eyes were on Prime Minister Modi and Nawaz Sharif.
You know, this is a very deliberate and a, very calibrated provocation. They have, as you may recall, the pattern of attacks in this sector has always been very lethal. They have tried to infiltrate across the border, come deep in, try and hit the family lines of our units, try and get into the unit areas to cause heavy damage and sensationalize the attack. And as General Hoon pointed out, also, try and hit at the road arteries and communications, the Pathankot highway that passes through this area. Now their modus operandi of crossing, it appears they have started using tunnels to be able to, strike at this area without being detected. They have, in this current instance, it appears that they have been detected earlier. Therefore, they have holed themselves up into a bunker and are, firing at the civilians and at the army which is there. I don't think the army should waste any more time. We should use the tanks if required and blast the daylights out of these people to set an example. Now, the plan seemed to have been that there was a vehicle also which was reportedly seen there, a Maruti vehicle, in which they would have planned to infiltrate deeper and cause mayhem. The timing, as you have very rightly pointed out, is significant in as much as it coincides with the SAARC summit. And any bonhomie or talks there would have been, stymied absolutely by by this kind of audacious attack.
Right.
And also it coincides with the elections that are to take place in the Jammu region.
Absolutely.
The aim is to spread mayhem and terror and disrupt the electoral process, send out a message that Pakistan is capable of striking at will.
Right.
Which should not be taken lying down.
Absolutely. All right, Major General G.D. Bakshi and General Hoon, thanks so much for speaking to Headlines today. We'll continue tracking developments, a gun battle raging on in Arnia sector of Jammu and Kashmir. Our big focus this morning, a gun battle is underway in Arnia sector of Jammu and Kashmir. Remember, yesterday, 3 militants, 3 soldiers and 4 civilians were killed in that fierce gun battle. Firing resumed early this morning. Our correspondent Ashwini Kumar is with us on the phone line. Ashwini, take us through what's going on at this point on the ground.
Yeah, the firing is still continuing from the militant side, and as per the fire is coming from the bunker side, it is around 2 to 3 militants are suspected inside the bunker, and the army has taken the position, and army is using the rocket launchers to break the bunker. Even the small tankers have been put on alert, and they have been given orders to move inside the village. And the way the terrorists are firing, it seems that they are using AK-47 rifles, and the army is using it as a heavy weaponry to neutralize the militant. But yesterday there was a speculation that 4 militants were killed. But yet, when the army and the SOG went inside the village to recover the bodies of the killed militant, they have not till recovered any body, but their fire immediately came from one of the bunker where the militants were hiding. It is suspected that 2 to 3 militants are more inside the village, and still firing is continuing from the militant side on the army, and the army is also firing on the militant, and he is being covered from the all areas of the village. Yeah.
Right, and Ashwini, what makes this operation even more challenging is that earlier there was some clarity about the number of militants who were holed up, but now it's difficult to tell, considering that the fire that's coming in from the side of the militants is extremely heavy.
Yes, early in the morning when the operation was launched around 7 a.m. and the army and the police went inside, and they recovered the 2 civilian bodies from the site of the incident. But when they went inside, more inside, deep inside the village, the fire came immediately from the
Right, we seem to have lost that line with Ashwini Kumar, our correspondent, getting us the latest. And then gun battle that is raging on. Firing started early this morning. There's heavy firing that's reportedly coming in from the militants who are holed up